If you know anything about the games industry, it's that hype is something the smart tend to avoid these days. If you build yourself up for something to be the greatest game of all time, which a lot of companies seem to be purposely going for in their promotional material, odds are you're probably going to be disappointed. And while being a pessimist makes perfect logical sense, that kinda bugs me as a developer. I live to create things that people can enjoy 100%. I make no exaggeration when I say that my greatest joy is to see somebody walk away from something I've created with the biggest smile on their face, and the knowledge in their heart that they can trust me to do it again in the future. In that sense, I like to think of hype not as off the menu, but as a sometimes food. Because I'm here to tell you now that while you should always be questioning the products you're buying, once in a very long while, it's okay to be excited for something. Bayonetta 2 is one of those somethings. Platinum has just about mastered the art of building games that make you feel awesome. They're all about fast-paced, in-the-moment action that constantly rewards you for every successful dodge, attack, and enemy defeated with impactful sounds, flashy effects, mind-bending powers, and an ever-increasing pace that all get even more amazing when you master the systems and figure out how to trigger them on purpose. Titles like The Wonderful 101 are so damn good they give me a headache. My eyeballs burn as they desperately scan the screen to keep track of everything. Every shot of adrenaline in my bones rushes to my fingers as my brain crunches the incoming data. My body flat out forgets it needs to go to the bathroom until I've cleared the area of foes, and that results screen tells me just how good I really am. You want to talk using games as escapism? When you play something like this, your brain doesn't have room to think about anything else. It's dominated your thoughts. And when that stage ends and the trophy flies in, you lay back in your chair exhausted, stare up at your ceiling, and realize this is one of the most amazing things you've ever experienced.
What I'm trying to say is, the games are kinda good.
The phrase they've coined for Bayonetta is non-stop climax action, which is a fancy way of saying once this train starts rolling, it ain't gonna stop, kiddo. I'm under the impression that Bayonetta as a character was designed specifically so they could make the craziest action games possible around her. This is a chick that summons fists the size of subway cars as part of her standard combos. If she dodges an assault at just the right time, everything around her goes into slow motion, not only giving you an edge in battle, but also a brief moment to appreciate just how much you're bringing the pain right now. Oh, and also she wears guns on her feet. You know, like you do.
How do you even pull the triggers on those things?
But for an epic character comes epic challenges. Bayonetta is at constant war with the angels up above, having to sacrifice them to fulfill the demonic contract that gives her the witchly powers she possesses. And this is her day-to-day life. This entire prologue you're watching now, this is what happened to her on a shopping trip. Things explode, buildings get scaled, entire train and subway systems are annihilated by the war she's fighting. And the entire game is like this. It's nuts! But if all this still doesn't sound like enough incentive for you, I have one last card up my sleeve. If by chance you want to play through the original title first before you tackle the sequel, this game has you covered. Bayonetta 2 comes bundled with the original game for free, meaning you can see both where the series came from and where it is today. That's 2 mind-blowingly awesome games for the price of 1, with extras. Are you not entertained? Look, if you couldn't tell, I just cannot wait to get my hands on this game. And why shouldn't I be? This is the reason most of us bought a Wii U in the first place, and it should be the reason you buy one if you haven't already. And it'll be in our laps in less than 2 weeks. But if you don't want to take my word for it, the best part is, you don't have to. The Japanese version of the game has been out for some time already, so even though I can't vouch for the full version yet personally, there are more than enough people out there who are willing to show you just how much you're missing. You can bet your ass I'll be streaming this game, and I'll be doing so as soon as it comes out on midnight of October 24th over on twitch.tv/Whatthefnu. So guys, get hype, get excited, and get prepared to have your minds blown because the wait is almost over. Platinum, my body is ready! Come at me, bro!